Good morning, YouTube. I'm gonna ask you a question. Think about it for a minute. You guys think that if R. Kelly was not a talented singer, producer, music person, if he didn't have any of those abilities, would R. Kelly have been a pimp? He seems like he has all the attributes of a pimp. This obsession with young girls, mind control of their bodies, them all having to call him daddy, degrading them, making them do humiliating things. I'm wondering if R. Kelly would have actually been a pimp if he wasn't a singer. And I think he would have. I think he dresses like a pimp. If he had the same desires to adorn himself and such, I believe those girls would have been used for prostitutes. I would bet you that all of these pimps, I guess they're prevalent in the southern states still, but those people probably have the same issues that R. Kelly has. Parents looking for their daughters. I would think, because they always focus on the young. They want them as young as they can get them in order to use them longer. I bet you those pimps have had the same issues. People looking for their daughters. People's daughters being kept away from their presence. People's daughters being taken out of town. Or people who cared about them. It's food for fodder, I think is the expression. I believe that's what I cannot imagine R. Kelly working at the post office or at the electric company. These obsessions of his, I think they would have been turned to cash if he didn't have any money. Just an idea. But you could take R. Kelly and put him in any one of Willie Dynamite's cars. The Mac. Even the whole style of that man is the same. He could fit very easily in a crowd of pimps. Just an idea. I'll be curious to see if anyone else sees it. So now R. Kelly has gotten himself in some deep water. They're coming after him. Both Chicago and Atlanta state of Georgia are opening up investigations. One's a little ahead of the other one. I think they're already officially opened up their investigation. The other ones are asking people to come forward. I think Chicago. And there's many, many, many stories. We got stories of a few girls. Many, many stories with R. Kelly. He is singing to tens of thousands of women, young girls, practically every day of his life. I mean, whenever he's on tour. So he ain't resisted all that. Hopefully people won't be out there paying people off. It's still a mystery as to why these girls didn't show up in court, how he got off last time with that video incident and the pornography incident. More than likely those people were paid off. If they come out in big numbers, he probably can't even afford to pay anybody off. They said that since he couldn't read and write, many of those contracts that he signed over much of his income, his royalties, for the music he sang and music he wrote. So we don't even know how much money he has. But I don't know that he has enough to be paying off dozens of women. People start backing out. Look for that. That's what's going on. They're paying people off. But now it's broadcast even on when they make CNN. It done made every major network this story. So yeah, I guess that documentary has thrown things into gear. He said he hasn't seen the documentary. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. There is no way in hell, if I had those kind of allegations against me and all these people who I knew personally telling that story, I would have missed watching the damn show. Now, people say maybe he's too stupid to realize that he needs to know what the evidence is. But you would think that both him and his lawyers will be watching that thing over and over and over and over again, trying to find places or weaknesses in the stories that they could rebut. Whatever the situation is, he's going back. More than likely, he's going back to court. Now that he's got the whole country's interest, thanks to Lifetime TV. Although, didn't they do it this last year? There was a documentary or something I watched last year when I came to the first conclusion that this dude seems like a regular street pimp. That's how they look. That's how they act. Those are their interests. Only difference is he's got money, so the girls don't have to work. Keeping them locked up, separated, controlling their minds, the little young minds don't know any better, losing interest in people who are older. I would suspect that both the girls that were older women in the 30s, I believe those were just beards. I don't think it's where his sexual interest would lie. If he's that obsessed with the young girls, I don't think that he would also be attracted to 30-year-olds. He has 2 of those total. I don't believe that. That was his beard. Here's the person who I'm dating. Adults. Anyway, so this is not going to be R.Kelly channel, but I did want to put that out there. If people had to choose first career choice, second career choice, third career choice, what do you think R.Kelly would be doing if he wasn't a singer, if he wasn't a talented singer? He'd be a pimp. That would take off all the other boxes. Do biographies, child molestation, all those things, exposed to sex early on. All those things would be the same profile as a pimp. It's my belief. All right, it's on and popping. Later, people.